Spit it out.
What? Hello, underachievers!
Hello, underachievers.
I'm back with my mum, Karen.
Hi.
We're making a video about LGBT terms and LGBT slang. I'm going to be testing my mum on it.
And I'm really bad.
Yeah, I see how much she knows.
I just don't know very much.
She is just a straight woman in a gay world. So, when did you learn about lesbians, gay people, and bi people?
Oh, yeah, ages, years ago.
Do you remember what your first thought was?
No.
You don't?
No.
Were you like a kid?
I would have been a kid, yeah. I would have been, yeah, against the church and everything, and it would have been a
Of
sin.
course. Yes. Well,
Well,
still is, isn't it?
Well, it's still, yeah, like you don't belong in our society. Go
Lovely.
Throw them away somewhere.
And when did you first hear about trans people?
Like they'd be kind of ostracized.
Big word. Ostracized.
Ostracized, yeah. And it'd be like, you'd be
What are
walking.
you helping me
No,
for?
I'd be walking down the street with somebody and they'd be going, look, Jesus, look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, still have that
Yeah.
nowadays, isn't it? I have some terms. I think you will know some of them. There are some that you should know, because we've talked about them.
Okay.
But I'm sure you've probably forgotten them.
I probably have.
So, first, what is a twink?
Oh.
Backstory, Mum.
I was... Pip was nearly called Twink.
She's got a little Jack Russell, and she was trying to figure out what to call her, a girl dog. And she thought Twink. Twink was a good word. It's a good name.
But then you told me that it probably wasn't a very good thing.
No.
And if I went to the park and I was calling
Twink!
Twink!
Twink! So what is a
I
twink?
still don't know what Twink is.
Can you guess? You're gonna have to guess for a lot of these.
It's like you look a bit twink, is it?
You look a bit twink. You look twinky, yeah.
You look twinky.
What does it mean?
Camp?
No.
No. Twink? No.
Saying twink isn't the answer. What's twink mean? Twink! Twink is gay slang for a young man in his late teens to early 20s whose traits may include general physical fitness, little to no body or facial hair, a slim to average build, and a youthful appearance. So it's just like a young, skinny gay guy.
Okay.
People call me a twink.
Do they?
How do you think I get money for selling feet pics?
What?
When I sell feet pics, everyone's like...
Feet pics?
Have I not told you about selling feet pics?
You did one time, yeah.
Yeah, like older gay men love twinks,
yeah.
and they want pictures of my feet.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Twink lovers.
Twink hunters, yeah.
Twink hunters.
It's not a word, I just made that up. But,
wow. Would they not be paedophiles then?
They would not be paedophiles. No, so a twink, someone
if they want young children, like pictures of young men's feet.
Because it's like twinks, you can't be a twink unless you're over the age of consent. So a twink is just like a young gay man, as in like over 18.
But who looks young.
Who looks young. But not like they look younger than they are, they just look youthful.
Okay.
So like,
youthful, okay.
It's not, it's not a nonce thing. Next term, what is a breeder?
I've never heard of that.
Can you guess what it is?
A breeder.
It kind of is so obvious when you know it.
Who
but
breeds?
What kind of people breed?
What type of people breed? Everybody breeds.
It's a word for straight people.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a breeder.
Yes. So it's
Is it derogatory?
I mean,
it's kind of
derogatory. Like you'd call them like, oh, you're a breeder.
Yeah.
It's the same way that people call each other crackers. Like, you know what?
Crackers.
When white people are called crackers, they're like, oh, you're just a cracker. It's like, yeah, it's not offensive. It's just kind of like it's kind of poking fun at them. Well, some people will use it as a derogatory term. They'll be like, oh, he's a breeder.
He's a breeder, yeah.
But no one.
I kind of get that.
But no one really
like you're just a normal straight breeder.
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you got? What's interesting about you? You're just a breeder.
Yeah, straight people are boring.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Next term, what is a daddy?
A daddy.
Yes. It's like, with most of these terms, you can kind of guess what it is, but there's so many things it could be.
One person in the relationship would be the daddy?
So pretty much, in gay terms, a daddy is just like an older gay man.
Oh.
But there are some kinds of relationships, like people who are into BDSM, there's usually like a dominant, and they're called the daddy.
Okay,
But that's not, I mean, you're right, kind of.
Okay.
But not in this sense.
Well, that wasn't a bad guess then.
It wasn't a bad guess.
Yeah.
You should know this. What does cis mean?
That's just a straight guy.
Not straight.
Not trans.
Not trans.
Yeah.
That's the one. Do you find it offensive to be called a cis woman?
No.
Good.
Why would I?
Because there's... you know how stupid the internet is? We were talking about this earlier. We were talking about a guy called Dave who performed at the Brits. And he was talking about being black and like growing up black and the experience he has. People were talking about him being racist and that it's offensive that he's talking about being black.
Being racist towards white people.
Yeah, he's racist towards white people for talking about being black.
Like that's even a thing.
Yeah, no, exactly. But it's kind of in a similar way. Like people will think that being called cis is offensive.
No.
They're just like, why am I a cis man? Why am I not just a man? And I'm like, it's just a word. It's like the Latin meaning of it. Cis means on this side of, and trans means across.
Okay.
So
Oh.
cisgender is like you're the gender that you were born as. Trans is like you changed gender.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's just a word. It's not offensive.
But I don't know why people just get so offended in the first place.
Because they're stupid.
Yeah.
Next, what is tucking? I'll give you a clue. It's something that either like trans women would do, or non-binary people who were born male would do, or sometimes drag queens do it.
Is it something they put in their pants?
It's similar. It's something to do within the pants.
They tuck it behind.
Yes.
Yes.
So they get the penis and the balls.
Something to do in the pants.
They tuck it like under their
so
legs.
it's, yeah.
No, in between their legs.
Yeah.
And then it's to give
Does
the
that
appearance.
That would not be uncomfortable?
Yes. It must be. It's like to
Must
give
be.
the appearance of like
being, yeah,
female genitalia. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you might know this. What is intersex?
Intersex.
Intersex, not into sex, intersex.
In between having sex and not having sex. It's in the middle.
By sex, do you mean sexual intercourse?
Yes.
No. So intersex people are pretty much people that were born with either genitalia or like reproductive organs
Okay.
that aren't typically
didn't-
male or female.
Okay. Oh,
So like,
okay.
for example, like someone could be born with a penis, but they can have an ovary.
Have ovaries,
Yeah, somebody
yeah.
could be born with a penis
Yeah.
and they can have ovaries.
Yeah.
So it's more common than you think as well. And there's
So it's a physical thing.
yeah, it's a physical thing. But there's do you know anything
I've
about
heard,
it?
Yeah, no, I've heard. No, I remember reading about it. I think
Okay.
when they're born or whatever, they're given. They're just given this. The parents are told, "Oh, well, this is a boy or this is a girl,"
Yeah.
and actually they're not.
Yes, there's a big issue within like the intersex community of back in the day. This happened a lot more, and people are fighting against it now. But when intersex people are born, their parents are told like, "Oh, hey, like." They have some like weird genitalia. We can fix it, so we can
Yeah.
either make them male or female. But
Yeah.
that causes a lot of complications in later life, and a
Yeah.
lot of pretty
Of course
much
it would, yeah.
yeah, a lot of intersex people are kind of like, why would you mutilate my genitals
I
just
know,
because you
just-
want me to fit this specific word?
Absolutely, yeah.
What is an NB?
An NB.
Yes.
I have no clue.
If
I've
you
never...
sound it out, what letters does it sound like?
NB.
NB.
No.
No. It's a word for non-binary people.
Oh.
So NB.
An MB.
Yeah,
So
an
like
MB.
it's a shortening of a you're an MB. It's just instead of saying non-binary.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's spelled ENBY, because it kind of sounds like NB, like the letters N and B. But there's a lot of meanings for like NB. A lot of people is like nota bene or like non-black.
Okay.
So non-black existed before non-binary existed, at least on the internet or whatever. So they've
Yeah.
changed it and they've lengthened it to NBs,
It's a
ENBY.
minefield.
There's a lot. Yeah, it's just a word for someone who's non-binary. What is a lipstick lesbian? No idea?
No.
Can you guess?
No.
No. A lipstick lesbian is just an effeminate lesbian.
I was going to say that actually. I was going to say that.
When you have that thought, just say it, and I'll cut it out if
Okay.
it's bad. So it's just a lesbian who's effeminate. She's feminine.
Okay.
Do you know what FFS stands for?
For sake.
Yes, but no.
Well, what else would it
It's
be?
in relation to trans women.
No.
No, you don't know what it is. It's facial feminization surgery.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's a thing that you probably wouldn't have heard it actually. It's where trans women want to feminize their face,
Yeah.
and they'll go through like it's like it's a few words for a few different surgeries. So a lot of trans women will have like their brow bone shaved down to have like a more
Okay,
feminine appearance. A
yeah.
lot of them will have like their jawbone shaved down to make it more like soft.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is part of FFS, but the Adam's apple sometimes gets
Yeah,
shaved
yeah.
down. That
Okay.
sometimes some people have FFS and that at the same time.
I remember looking at when we were at the clinic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that there was.
at the gender clinic we went to in London, they have a lot of like adverts around and they were talking about stuff like that. What does queer mean? We talked about this in the last video. Can you
Queer
remember?
when we were talking about that,
Yeah.
because it used to be offensive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some people still find it offensive, but it's kind of been reclaimed.
There was something on the radio about this the other day.
Oh, what did they say?
Yeah, they were saying he was worried about using the word again. He was worried and saying it was good, but it's an acceptable and it's kind of a cool word to say now
Yeah.
in reference to people who are gay.
So it's not just in reference to people who are gay. It's kind of like people who aren't necessarily straight or people who aren't necessarily like cis. It's kind
Okay.
of just like an umbrella term for people that don't fit like the normal like straight cis idea. Yeah, it's like if people don't want to be like I am a trans man who is gay. It's like just saying I'm queer. I'm just
Yeah, it's
whatever.
just, yeah.
What is a TERF?
A TERF.
It's 4 letters. It's an acronym. It stands for something.
TURF.
TERF.
TERF.
Yes.
TERF.
Yes. You can guess what the first letter is.
T. No, I can't. T. TERF. No,
What's
it's
the
not
T
gonna
in
look
trans?
really
What's the T in
silly.
LGBT?
Trans.
Yes.
Oh,
Trans. EERF.
E. I'm going to look so silly in this video.
You're not. Well, people wouldn't expect you to know. It stands for
No.
Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminist.
Wow.
Yes, so
Trans
exclusionary.
exclusionary.
So these people exclude
radical.
trans people.
Oh.
So
they're really just anti-trans.
Yes.
And are really bad about it.
yeah,
And
so
just-
they're like radical feminists when you can't really be a feminist if you're not really advocating for trans women. So they're not really feminists. They're just
No.
transphobes.
They are just
Yeah,
transphobes.
it
Like,
is.
that's nasty. Going around being radical about trans people.
Yeah, it's
That's abusive and bad.
yes, but it's also what some people consider it a slur now because
a slur.
they're offended because they don't want to be called a TERF. It's the same way that
So
people...
they're getting offended for being a TERF, and
Yeah.
they're the ones who are going around being bad.
Yeah, it's the same with like the cis thing, but like it's kind of like saying that racist is a slur, as in like if you call someone racist, they're gonna get offended, but it doesn't matter if they're offended.
People do get offended.
Yeah,
if
no,
they're
exactly.
called racist, but
That
it's
doesn't mean
because
it's a slur.
No, it's not. It's just
It's
yeah.
a description.
Yeah.
So that's a TERF. Mum knows what a TERF is.
Now I know what a TERF is.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing.
Thinking back to when we were talking about lesbians, what is a butch?
Butch, it's a non-feminine.
Yes. So it's
Lesbian.
like a masculine lesbian.
Yes.
But it's usually used in the lesbian community, but it's also used by like people who are non-binary, who feel like connected to masculine identities. It's kind of just a word that means masculine.
Well, that's what the general word
Yeah.
would be if people are talking about a lesbian woman and I see and they go, "Oh, she was so butch."
Yeah.
Like she's got to be lesbian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what people said about
Yeah.
me.
Oh, well, no, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might know this one. What is packing? It's kind of the opposite of tucking.
Oh, you're wearing a packer.
Yeah, you're wearing a packer.
You're wearing a packer. You got
It's-
a prosthetic cock and balls in your pants.
Prosthetic cock and balls.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
It can be a prosthetic. It's pretty much just a term for putting anything in your pants to make it look like you have a bulge.
Okay, could be anything.
Could be socks.
Oh yeah.
Could be a rat.
Mm. No.
No! Get out!
Where are all these words? Where is there like a dictionary for all these words?
I mean, there's a bunch of websites.
And how do you find out where they all came from? Have you found out where they all come from and when and
I
how long
could.
they've been used?
I could.
Because surely they must change then.
But
and
some
you
of
get
it's
new
slang.
ones.
Yeah, well, I mean, words change meaning anyway. Like, queer used to be a derogatory thing.
Has that been put in the dictionary yet?
Queer?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. What is a trender?
A trender.
A trans trender.
Oh, a trans trender.
Yes.
Somebody who's trending on the internet.
Someone's trending. I mean, no, it's... Do you have another guess?
Somebody who's setting an example of being a good trans person on the internet.
No, it's kind of the opposite.
Are you a transgender?
You're gonna regret saying that.
Really? Well, tell me what it is.
A trans trender is... So,
I feel an apology coming on.
no, I don't apologise.
No.
Pretty much, a trans trender is what people call someone who they think is being trans to be trendy. So they're saying that
They're not
they're
trans
like,
at all. They're
you're
just,
not, yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, you're not
Oh,
trans. The SD card was full, so I'm not sure where that ended. We were talking about trans trenders. A trans trender is someone who's like pretending to be trans to be cool. Like, it's like nowadays people will call someone a trans trender if they're wearing like makeup. If a trans guy is wearing makeup, they'll be like, you're a trender. Or if a
Okay,
trans
you're
guy
not
is
really
wearing...
trans.
Nowadays it's aimed at people who don't necessarily fit 100% into like the masculine role, even though
Okay,
they're a
yeah.
trans guy. Maybe there's a few cases of people that are like, I want to be trans to get attention.
Yeah,
but it's
kind
not
of
like
a copycat thing a little bit, but yeah.
It's not an
but it's
epidemic.
No. And no, why would you... No. Yeah, okay, transgender.
Yeah, so this is kind of like a saying. What does drag her mean?
Drag her.
Drag her.
Drag her.
Yeah. Like, oh my god, drag her.
Like, drag her.
Yeah, like that. No,
That's what it means.
doesn't mean... No,
Drag her.
is it? She just did
Look
the-
at her. Oh my god, look at that.
It's like... It's kind of like, oh my god, did you hear what she just said? Drag her. It means humiliate someone.
Oh.
And it's not just about
What,
girls.
you're asking somebody to humiliate her if you said that?
It's kind of like, you see someone doing something stupid, and it's embarrassing, and you're like, oh my god, drag her. She looks like an idiot.
Okay.
It's kind of like, it's just humiliate her, and even if it's a guy, you say drag her. It's just like a saying.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a gay thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard
Wow.
that. Drag her.
Yeah. Okay.
You're going to be
You're going to be going around,
Go,
drag her.
Oh my god, drag her. I'll be down with the kids though. I'll be chatting to my customers and work. Going, yeah, no.
Not where would you live.
Work.
No.
No.
Last one. You might know what this is. What is living stealth? So what does stealth mean?
Healthy.
Stealth.
Stealth is like living stealth. You're living stealth. You're going for it, like being really good. Like it's. No, it's nothing like that. Well, stealth is when you tell like you.
What does the word stealth mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's you're doing something.
Stealth is like you're doing something. Like, you're being like secretive, or you're being like. Yeah, it's pretty much it's using the trans community, or it could be using like the gay community. When sorry, the camera died, but in terms of a trans person, it's when they've transitioned and they pass as the gender that they are. And they're like, I'm stealth, I don't feel the need to talk about being trans, I'm not going to be openly trans, like, it's kind of like, it's a secret, but it's not. It's like, you don't tell people that you're trans, and if they ask, you're probably going to be like, no.
It's like, what, you're there now?
Yeah, it's like you're there now, you don't feel the need to be, like, openly trans.
No.
It's like, not everyone does that, but a lot of trans people do.
Okay, you do?
No. We're filming a video. Come here. I'm telling my mum what stealth is.
Oh!
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, that's
How are
good.
you?
Good.
We've done drag her as well.
Yeah, we said drag her.
Oh, drag her.
Yeah. And also trans-trender.
Oh,
She
these
asked-
all trans ones.
Yeah, she asked... No, they're just LGBT ones. She asked me if I was a trender.
A little bit.
No, so stealth is just where you're like... You're not openly out as trans.
Okay.
That's just it. You could do it with being gay as well. It's like, I'm not openly gay. But you
I'm
wouldn't
just
really.
stealth.
Because then you're not going to get a husband.
It's like being in the closet.
It's like being in the closet, except you've come out and you've gone through transition.
And you're actually there, yeah. So you're there, but you're just not saying anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay.
Good. Did you learn anything?
Yeah, but that was really difficult on my brain. Like that's very, very kind of.
This is where I get it from.
And I'll be trying to remember now what we've just talked about and what all those words were.
Yeah.
And I won't be able to remember.
What's FFS?
For sake?
No.
Is it not?
Facial feminization
Facial
surgery.
feminization surgery.
And what is TERF?
TERF. Oh.
You don't have to remember what the words are.
trans-
What is it though? Without the words. Like, what do you think it means? You know what it means.
It's a blank. Blank look.
Trans exclusionary radical feminist.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It's all too much.
We'll do some revision.
Okay.
That was the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day, don't. See you later, losers.
See you later.
Give it a punch. Give it a punch. Oh, can you get one of the rats to punch it?
I can't see where they are.
Oh, they're running around the room.
There was-
Okay, bye!
Bye.
Sick.
Bye.